Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, guys, I'm back. I'm back with my beloved rice cooker, and today we're doing breakfast recipes all inside my rice cooker. All right, if you're new here, hi, I'm Claire. Welcome, come on in and make yourselves comfortable. Today we're cooking with the rice cooker. Now, a couple weeks ago, I posted a rice cooker video. I will leave it down below if this is your first time here and you didn't watch that one, where I made some meals in my rice cooker, and guys, it exploded. You guys loved this video, okay? I had so many comments of people telling me, oh my gosh, we want more recipes, we want more, and tons of you gave me some really good ideas, and I particularly was excited by some of the breakfast ideas you guys left me, so I tried them out. And guys, I got 4 of them today. They're so good. You're gonna love this. I'm so appreciative for everyone that left a comment, so be sure after you watch this video today, if you have more rice cooker ideas, leave them down below. And also a quick note, the rice cooker I have, it's by Black & Decker. She's quite affordable. I will leave the link to it down below. A lot of you also asked in my last video which model this one is. This is the 6-cup rice cooker. It's definitely large enough to feed my family, but the 3-cup one is a little cheaper and is good if you're cooking for just one all the time. That's also great. We definitely have been obsessed with the rice cooker in this house. It's energy efficient. It doesn't take up a lot of space. You can use it in a lot of places. I got a lot of comments about people using it in dorms. I got someone saying they use one on their boat. Genius, you guys. I love this. Also, a rice cooker would make a great gift this time of year if we're trying to keep it a little bit holiday themed here. I know I said I was gonna make holiday content. This isn't that holiday-y, but I will say on a cold morning, I do love a warm breakfast. So with that, here are the 4 breakfasts I made with my rice cooker. All right, the first recipe is for this very delicious high protein oatmeal. So basically for oatmeal, and I'm also using protein powder, it's 2 cups of liquid per 1 cup of oats. So I'm using 1 cup of milk and 1 cup of water. I found when I did only milk, it was just a bit too thick. And this is my protein powder I'm using. You don't have to do protein in your oats. However, I love a good filling breakfast. This protein powder is from Aldi. It's chocolate and peanut butter, and it is so good. There is so much protein in that. I'm using my little frother to mix it up. I always get people asking me about this thing. Super cheap. I use it in my kitchen all the time. I will leave a link to it down below. I'm just mixing my powder in there so there's not any like chunks of powder, because like that's not delicious, you know what I mean? And now we're just going to add our oats, and this is 1 cup of oats. I don't know what kind of oats it is. I don't think it really matters. Use what's on sale. Use what's available to you. I'm also adding chia seeds. I always put chia seeds in my smoothies. Like, they've got fiber, they've got iron. Chia seeds are great for you. So if you can just add them here and there into your diet, it will make you so full, and it has lots of health benefits. So we're throwing those in there as well. Now this time I am using cooking spray because you guys all told me to try that, and it did work really well. So I used cooking spray, put my oats in there, and put it on for 1 cycle. You don't have to stir it, you don't have to watch it, just put it on for 1 cycle and leave it there. And when it's done, it's perfectly cooked oatmeal. If you like yours a little bit runny, then add more liquid. If you like yours really stiff, then add less. Do what you want. This also made like a lot. Like, I could not eat all of this in one sitting. I think maybe next time if I'm doing it just for myself, I would probably cut the recipe in half. And because I'm fancy, I heated up some peanut butter to drizzle on top, and I added some dark chocolate chips on top. And guys, this felt like I was just eating a giant cookie. This, if you're like a sweets person, especially for breakfast, this will not only fill you up, but it will definitely hit that sweet spot. It was so tasty. It was like I was eating a cake. It was really good. Next, we have some really delicious grits with an egg. I love cooking with grits because they are very affordable and they go a long way. I'm just using the instant and I'm following the instructions on the back as far as proportions. So it's 1/4, it's like a 1:4. So 1/4 cup of grits, 1 cup of water. And a little goes a long way. I really love that about grits. And yeah, I'm just following the directions on here. And this is really customizable, whatever your sort of vibe is. I love Old Bay. I think Old Bay might be my favorite seasoning of all time. So I'm putting loads of Old Bay in here, which is why you notice that my grits are a little brown. It's because I'm seasoning them. But if you just like butter and salt, then do that. It's fine. I'm also just adding salt and pepper, giving that just a little mix just to disperse the spices. Put whatever you want on these grits, okay? There are no rules. But it just takes one cycle. Plug it in, turn it on, and leave it. You don't have to do anything. Just leave it there. Now here's where it gets fun. We are adding an egg. So I'm just cracking an egg and putting it inside. This is when it has gone through one complete cycle and it's on warm right now. You don't have to put it on for another cycle. Just leave it on warm. Just throw your egg in there, or 2 eggs, however many eggs you want to throw in there. I'm also putting just a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper on there, and I'm also adding some cheese. This is mozzarella, but watching this back, I wish I'd had some goat cheese or maybe some feta or something a little more fun. But whatever cheese you got laying around, or if you don't want to do the dairy, skip the cheese, it's fine. And now this is on warm, and I let it sit for 8 minutes. I like my yolk to be like gel, if that makes sense. But if you like a runny yolk, just put it in there for like 4 minutes. If you like a really firm egg, leave it in a little longer. And you'll note here again, this did not burn to the bottom. Easy cleanup. Not the most beautiful dish, a little beige, I will admit, but very hearty, very filling, and perfect if you're into a savory breakfast. This totally did the trick. All right, next we're making this big old fluffy pancake. One of you gave me this idea and it's totally genius. And definitely the easiest recipe here because all you need is pancake mix. I'm not making this from scratch, I'm using pancake mix. And the ratio is 1:1. So I've got 1/2 cup of pancake mix, 1/2 cup of milk, and I'm stirring that up. You can put whatever you want in here. However, mine was extra delicious, so I will share with you that I decided to put in some cinnamon, just a few shakes, you know. I didn't measure anything because that's how I roll. And I also put in a little bit of my own homemade vanilla. I'll leave a link to the recipe on how I make my vanilla down below if you want to see how I do it. And I'm just mixing it up, again, with the cooking spray, pouring it in there. And because I really wanted to elevate this, make it a little sweet treat, I did throw in some chocolate chips, or they're white chocolate chips. If you wanted, you could add protein powder to this if this wouldn't quite fill you up in the morning. I totally get it. Because it is basically just like a cake. And I don't know how it cooked this perfectly, but it did. One cycle, and look at it, look how thick it is. You would not be able to get a pancake that thick in a pan. Like, it's perfectly cooked. I just threw a little bit of syrup on it. This was so delicious and really impressed me. I didn't have to flip anything. I didn't have to watch anything. I didn't have to throw away the obligatory first bad pancake that you make. So thick, so good. I know, I'm more excited than I probably should be, but I'm serious. This blew my mind. And lastly, we're making this little frittata. It's like an omelet, you know, the vibe. We are starting with eggs, and I'm doing 3 eggs. I found this to be a great thickness for the 6-cup version of this rice cooker. Obviously, depending on the cooker, it'll be thicker or thinner. I just put a splash of milk in there. Again, not really measuring. And then I'm adding some veggies. Now, what we love about eggs, it is like a blank canvas. Throw whatever you want in there. You don't like vegetables? Don't eat vegetables. I don't care. Put some ham in there. Put some sausage. Today, I'm doing vegetarian, and I have all these peppers from my garden that I gotta use up. So I'm chopping up this green pepper, and I find the pepper actually was really nice in here because it was nice and soft, but still retained a little bit of its crunch, which was really a nice texture in the eggs. I'm also adding a big handful of cheese, again with the mozzarella, because that's all I had in the fridge, and we're all about using what we got. Throwing in a little pepper, a little bit of salt. I also had loads of rosemary that we just dried from the garden last week, so I'm like putting rosemary and everything right now. So I thought I would throw a little bit of rosemary in there. And of course, the obligatory handful of spinach, which is, I'm pretty sure, how I stay alive. Because I have a hard time getting my veggies in, you guys, and just sneaking spinach into places is the key for me. So I'm doing that here. And again, with the rice cooker, just spraying it with a little cooking spray, throwing the whole thing in there. I don't know how this thing can cook this perfectly and cook a pancake perfectly. And like what, last week, 2 weeks ago, we did like a whole strip of chicken in there. I don't know how it works, but it does. And of course I could have just scooped this out and it would have been fine, but I wanted it to look pretty, so I did one of those. Look how clean the bottom of that is. And really look how nicely and perfectly cooked our little frittata is. This was super, super filling and a great savory dish. You could throw some hot sauce on it or something if you wanted to. And this was perfect for me because I was having a total bed rot morning and I just wanted to lay in my Snuggie and eat something. It was perfect. All right, you guys, there you go. Those were my 4 recipes. I hope you liked them. And if you're one of the ones who commented one of these type recipes, thank you very much. I always appreciate hearing from you guys because I do get my best like inspiration from you. So if you like this video, of course, make sure you hit subscribe. Come join the fam. We'd love to have you. I do post a video every single Tuesday, so stick around and thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.